I am honored to be here with you today because, let's face it, now, I'm an unlikely speaker today, not just because I dropped out, but because we're technically in the same generation. We walked this yard less than a decade apart, but today I want to share what I've learned about our generation and the world we're all building together. But first, these last couple of days have brought back a lot of good memories. I was playing the video game Civilization, and I ran downstairs and got my dad, and for some reason, his first reaction was to video me opening the email. That could have been a really, really sad video. Look, guys, it's tough to beat this. You'll see when you get out there. How many of you remember your first lecture here at Harvard? I was running late for class, so I threw on a t-shirt, and I didn't realize until afterwards that I put it on inside out and backwards and my tag was sticking out the front. I couldn't figure out why no one in class would talk to me. My parents drove up here to help me pack my stuff. My friends threw me a going away party. Who does that? As luck would have it, Priscilla was at that party with her friends. Actually, any of you graduating today can use that line. I'm getting kicked out today. We need to go on a date fast. I didn't end up getting kicked out. And Priscilla's the most important person in my life. So you could still say it was the most important thing I built in my time here. But I'm not here to give you the standard commencement about finding your purpose. We're millennials. We try to do that instinctively. Instead, I'm here to tell you that finding your purpose isn't enough. It is when JFK went to go visit the NASA Space Center and he saw a janitor holding a broom and he asked him what he was doing, and the janitor replied, "Mr. President, I'm helping put a man on the moon." When our parents graduated, that sense of purpose reliably came from your job, your church, your community. But today, technology and automation are eliminating many jobs. As I've traveled around, I've sat with children in juvenile detention and opioid addicts who've told me that maybe their lives would have turned out differently if they just had something to do, an after-school program or somewhere to go. I went to Noakes with my friend KX, and I remember telling him clearly that I was excited to help connect the Harvard community, but one day someone would connect the whole world. So we just kept working on it, day after day after day. And I know that a lot of you are going to have your own stories just like this. A change in the world that seems so clear that you are sure someone else is going to do it. And as all these people started joining us, I just assumed that that's what they wanted to do too, so I never took the time to explain what it was that I hoped we'd build. A couple years in, some big companies wanted to buy us. Nearly everyone else wanted to sell. Without a sense of higher purpose, this was their startup dream come true, and it tore our company apart. Relationships were so frayed that within a year or so, every single person on our management team was gone. That was my hardest time leading Facebook. I wondered if I was just wrong, an imposter, a 22-year-old kid who had no idea how things actually worked. By taking on big, meaningful projects together, by redefining equality so everyone has the freedom to pursue their purpose, and by building community all across the world.